When it comes to seduction, subtlety can often be key, but sometimes the signals are loud and clear. If you're wondering whether a woman is trying hard to seduce you, the signs might be more obvious than you think. Seduction isn't always just about sexual attraction. It can also be a powerful mix of body language, attention, and emotional play. Here are 5 signs she's trying very hard to seduce you. Number 1, she dresses to captivate when a woman is truly interested in someone. Her intentions often unfold not through words, but through the unspoken language of style, presence, and presentation. One of the clearest signs that she may be trying to seduce you without saying a word is the way she dresses. This isn't simply about fashion or vanity. It's a deliberate act of allure, a quiet signal that she wants to capture your attention and hold it. It often begins with her choice of clothing. You might notice that whenever she's around you, she's dressed in a way that highlights her best features. The fabrics hug her body in just the right way. The colors seem to complement her complexion perfectly, and the entire ensemble looks as though it was chosen with you in mind. Also, there may be something familiar about her style. Perhaps she's wearing that dress style you once complimented or opting for a look you've previously admired. These choices aren't random. They are intentional small details meant to catch your eye and spark your imagination. Additionally, her appearance seems to transcend everyday effort. Her makeup is not just well applied, it's artfully done. Her lips are just the right shade to draw your gaze, and her eyes appear subtly enhanced, inviting a second look without seeming overly done. This delicate balance between effort and natural charm can be incredibly magnetic. Her hair, too, carries that same effortless polish. Whether it's styled into loose waves or tied up in a simple bun, it appears soft, touchable, and most importantly, deliberately perfect. Furthermore, the attention she gives to her scent can be a clue that's easy to overlook but hard to forget. A signature perfume, warm, intriguing, and unmistakably hers, lingers in the air long after she has walked away. It's a scent chosen not for the crowd, but for you. She wears it to be remembered, to leave a trace of herself with you. Even in her absence, this olfactory reminder is a powerful tool of seduction, evoking memory and emotion with every passing breath. In all these ways, her choices reflect something deeper than a desire to look good. They reveal an intention to be noticed, to be desired, and perhaps even to be pursued. She isn't dressing up just to feel good about herself, though that may be a part of it, but to craft an experience for you. Her appearance becomes a form of communication, subtle yet unmistakable. When a woman dresses to captivate, she isn't seeking the gaze of the many she's focused on. Every detail from her outfit to her fragrance speaks with quiet purpose. If you find yourself constantly captivated by her presence, wondering why she always looks just a little more radiant around you, it might not be a coincidence. It could very well be her way of saying everything she hasn't yet put into words. Number 2, her words turn playful, even suggestive. When a woman is genuinely trying to seduce you, her body language might give away some clues. But her words, those subtle, playful, and sometimes suggestive words, can be just as telling, if not more. So it's not always about overt declarations or grand romantic gestures. Often it's the way she weaves flirtation into conversation that truly reveals her intentions. Her tone begins to shift, moving away from ordinary dialogue and leaning into something more teasing, more intimate. Playfulness becomes a tool, a way for her to test boundaries. While keeping the energy light and magnetic, she might tease you about something small, like the way you order your coffee or how seriously you take your favorite TV show. At first glance, it may seem like harmless banter, but there's an underlying warmth to it, a spark of attention that goes deeper than casual interest. It's her way of saying, "I'm paying attention." Without having to say those words outright, additionally, her compliments may start to carry more emotional weight. Instead of simple acknowledgments like, "You look nice today," she may say something more personal and evocative phrases that linger in your mind, telling you that she feels safe with you. For instance, is not just flattery, it's a signal of emotional trust and vulnerability, both of which are powerful elements in seduction. Or perhaps she confides almost offhandedly that there's something about you that she can't quite explain but finds impossible to resist. These kinds of remarks are meant to stir something within you, to plant a seed of curiosity and desire. Furthermore, as the connection deepens, she may start to infuse her conversations with subtle innuendos. These are rarely crass or obvious. Instead, they slip into the flow of conversation like silk threads, suggestive without being explicit, intriguing without being overbearing. She might say something that seems innocent at first, but the timing, the delivery, and the little smile she gives afterwards suggest otherwise. It's these moments that stay with you long after the conversation ends. Also, she may guide your interactions into more meaningful or emotionally charged territory discussions that once centered around weekend plans or work anecdotes may shift toward personal dreams, hidden desires, and what it really means to feel connected to someone. This pivot toward deeper dialogue isn't accidental, it's intentional. She's inviting you into her inner world, and in doing so, she's creating a space where seduction isn't just about attraction, but about emotional intimacy as well. Ultimately, when her words become playful and suggestive, it's rarely without purpose. It's an artful way of expressing interest, of creating tension and anticipation, all while keeping the dance of seduction both thrilling and tender. It's not about saying everything directly. It's about saying just enough to make you want to know more. Number 3, touch becomes more frequent and more meaningful when it comes to deciphering romantic interest. Body language often speaks louder than words. One of the most telling signs that a woman is trying very hard to seduce you lies in the increasing frequency and intensity of physical touch. What might seem like small casual gestures can actually be deliberate efforts to deepen the emotional and physical connection between two people. Touch in this context is rarely accidental. When a woman is drawn to someone, she often begins to find subtle, seemingly innocuous ways to initiate contact. This might take the form of brushing lint off your shirt, fixing your collar, or allowing her fingers to lightly graze your arm during conversation. While each individual gesture may appear harmless on its own, the pattern and consistency of these actions often reveal a deeper intention. These touches are not just about being playful. They're often a means of closing the emotional distance and signaling a desire for something more personal. Additionally, these moments of contact usually carry a certain kind of weight or intention that goes beyond friendly familiarity. A hug might linger longer than expected. Her hand may rest on your shoulder during a laugh just a little longer than necessary, or she might lean into you when you're sitting side by side. Each of these instances is a form of nonverbal communication that says, "I feel close to you, I want you to feel close to me." Furthermore, physical touch can serve as a litmus test of comfort and chemistry. A woman attempting to seduce often uses touch not only to express interest, but also to gauge your reaction if the response is positive. If you lean in, relax, or reciprocate the contact, this mutual feedback can reinforce her feelings and encourage her to become even more physically expressive. On the other hand, if there's hesitation or withdrawal, she may recalibrate her approach. Either way, touch becomes an important part of the emotional equation. Also important to recognize is the way this kind of touch tends to escalate naturally. When there is mutual attraction, what starts as light, incidental contact can gradually evolve into something more deliberate and intimate. The transition from playful to purposeful is often smooth, driven by the rising emotional and physical tension between both parties. When a woman is genuinely invested in seducing someone, she isn't just touching for the sake of touch. She's inviting closeness, signaling trust, and testing the waters for deeper intimacy. In essence, when a woman is trying hard to seduce you, her use of touch becomes more than just physical. It becomes a language of its own. Every casual graze, every lingering embrace, and every gentle brush carries layers of meaning meant to draw you in and blur the boundaries between friendship and something more profound. Recognizing and understanding this language can offer valuable insight into her intentions and the potential direction of your relationship. Number 4, she plants suggestive seeds. Seduction is not always about bold gestures or overt actions. In many cases, it's a subtle dance of words and gestures that stir the imagination and awaken curiosity. When a woman is trying very hard to seduce you, she may not make her intentions immediately obvious. Instead, she begins by planting suggestive seeds. Small, carefully chosen remarks that are designed to linger in your mind and grow with time. This is where the psychological aspect of seduction comes into play, often more powerful and compelling than physical allure. Alone, a woman who is consciously trying to seduce you may weave these suggestive comments into casual conversation. These aren't just random flirtations. They are deliberate cues meant to ignite thought and arouse anticipation. For instance, she might jokingly say, "I wonder what it'd be like if we," and then pause, offering only a playful smile. In place of a complete sentence, that pause paired with the sparkle in her eyes becomes an open-ended invitation for your imagination to take over. Also, the ambiguity of such statements leaves room for interpretation, which keeps the interaction charged with possibility. Additionally, she might drop seemingly innocent remarks like, "I bet you're good at," and then leave the rest unsaid. It's not about what she explicitly states, but what she doesn't say that becomes important. These types of comments are not accidental. They are crafted to encourage you to fill in the blanks, to imagine scenarios that extend beyond the surface of the conversation. This unspoken element adds a layer of intimacy, as if you're both in on a secret that has yet to be fully revealed. Furthermore, these suggestive seeds are often accompanied by subtle body language cues that reinforce the message. A lingering glance, a soft laugh, or a slight lean in your direction can amplify the meaning behind her words without ever needing to be direct. Her goal isn't to state her desires outright, but rather to draw you in, to create a magnetic field of intrigue and allure that keeps you thinking about her long after the moment has passed. What makes this approach so effective is that it operates on a psychological level. It allows desire to build slowly and organically, giving both of you space to explore the possibilities. The seduction lies not in immediate gratification, but in the anticipation, the delicious tension of not knowing exactly what comes next, but hoping it might be something more. In the end, when a woman is planting suggestive seeds, she's inviting you into a mental and emotional space that is uniquely shared between the two of you. It's an artful, often unconscious strategy that blends charm, timing, and just the right amount of mystery. And when done well, it can be far more intoxicating than any direct advance ever could be. Number 5, she acts differently around you. When it comes to attraction, subtle shifts in behavior can often say more than words. One of the most telling signs that a woman might be trying very hard to seduce you lies in how she acts differently around you. This change isn't random, it's deliberate, even if not fully conscious. Her demeanor may shift in ways that suggest heightened energy, a deeper focus on you, and a desire to capture your attention. You might notice that she becomes more animated in your presence. Her voice might carry more inflection. Her laughter might come more easily, and her gestures could become more expressive. These changes are often fueled by the desire to be noticed and appreciated. She isn't acting this way with everyone. This particular energy seems reserved for you, and that exclusivity is meaningful. Also, this change in tone and behavior might be her way of creating a dynamic, almost magnetic space between the two of you, where conversation flows more naturally and everything feels a little more charged. Additionally, nervousness can sometimes creep into her behavior, revealing itself in small, endearing ways. She might fidget, slightly play with her hair, or momentarily stumble over her words rather than a sign of discomfort. These behaviors can indicate that she's invested in making a good impression. The stakes feel a bit higher around you, and her body language suddenly reveals that another clear indication is the unconscious mirroring of your movements. If she adjusts her posture to reflect yours or picks up on your speech patterns, it's often an instinctive expression of rapport. People tend to mirror those they feel connected to or want to bond with, and this synchronization of body language is one of the oldest indicators of romantic interest. Furthermore, she may seek validation through your reactions when she tells a story. She might glance at you quickly to gauge your expression, hoping for a laugh or a nod of approval. This isn't about seeking attention from everyone around her. Focus is directed squarely at you. Similarly, she might suddenly show off when she knows you're watching, whether it's through a confident stride, a clever comment, or a carefully timed smile. It's not performance for the crowd, it's performance for an audience of one in essence when a woman is trying hard to seduce you. It's not about the overt or the dramatic, it's about the nuanced transformation that occurs when you enter the room. Her behavior might shift in ways that feel personal, intentional, and deeply engaging. The world around her fades just a little, and suddenly the spotlight is on you. Not because she wants everyone to see, but because she wants you to notice. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future videos.